Greetings, fellow earthlings. So as usual, before I record the videos, I do a guided meditation where I pick up messages from the ancestors before I start the reading. And the messages I got today are: someone who is generous, diplomatic, fair, and a non-judgmental peacemaker is coming in for you when it comes to something you have been praying for or manifesting, to help you on your current path. The ancestors are saying this will come as a surprise because it's something you do not see coming. And all because you have been putting the effort in behind closed doors when it comes to releasing old emotions and situations and changing your perspective. This union, whether it be romantic, career-orientated, or a platonic soulmate, is destined to aid you in going further with your life's purpose. Now, on a different note, there is another side message here that the ancestors wanted me to give you, confirmation on that. So this is an important message right now that some of you need to hear, okay? So the message is as follows. If you are in conflict with someone you have a deep bond with, the ancestors are asking you to be the peacemaker. Be kind, compassionate, and gentle. And if you so desire, this connection will return to it being wish fulfillment. So what this message is saying actually is that if there is a connection that you feel very close to at this time with someone, but it's a little bit unstable with this person, like there is a bit of conflict or disagreements or something like that in this connection, the ancestors are saying that it is possible that you need to be a bit more gentle with the way that you approach them, or be the one to bring in a peaceful resolution, right? To bring in a passionate kind of perspective into that relationship, and it will return to its original state of being wish fulfillment. So this conflict can be avoided, it can be healed, as long as the steps necessary are being taken in order to bring justice to the situation. Okay, so that's my guided messages. Let's pull some cards. So the cards I'm going to use is the Good Tarot. And let's get started. I just heard, as I was shuffling these cards, the ancestors are saying to us now that the time of being a wounded warrior is over. Right? Now is the time where we're going to step into our power and be the one who has overcome so many challenges and been the phoenix who has just risen out of the ashes once again. So a lot of what I'm feeling here from the ancestors is it's a very big time of having a glow up, right? Especially around this time of Halloween, where the ancestors are able to step through the veil a lot easier, right? The veil is a lot thinner between the spiritual realm and the human realm, right? And this is where the ancestors have a bigger chance of impacting our lives in a greater way. And that's what the ancestors are doing, right? They're stepping out of their spiritual realm to come and help us with gaining the kind of connections that we need, finding the peaceful resolutions to help us get over these negative situations that we are facing. Yes, right? It's a very powerful time right now to be transforming into who you're meant to be. So, it seems like this reading is going to be about the mind in the first part here, because the first two cards that came out, the Queen of Air and the Five of Air. And the air talks about minds, it talks about thoughts. And it talks about clarity, right? Or mental confusion. In this case, it would be the Queen of Air talks about having boundaries. It talks about having a sense of decisiveness or clarity about something in order to take action towards it with a more clear mind. And the 5 of air talks about having mental conflict, right? So what this message is actually trying to tell us here with the Queen of Air and 5 of Air talks about the ancestors are wanting us to control our thoughts. Okay, stop thinking about doubting yourself, right? You need to fully believe that this is your time to shine, right? If you believe it to be so, so it will be, right? And this is where the ancestors want us to be strong, right? To have that strength. If you go and listen to the video, the short video I posted a bit earlier about the Halloween Eve message that I got, it's linking to that, right? So it's time to take control over these negative thoughts that you have so they don't impact you in a negative way. It's time to step up, right? It's time to take control of these things that are happening in your life, because for some of us it may seem like it is out of our control, but in reality we are the ones that have been manifesting it through our thoughts, right? So this is where the ancestors with the 5 of air is telling us to pay close attention to what we think about and set boundaries with ourselves and with others when it comes to following through on these things, because we have a greater purpose to be following at this time. We don't have the time to be distracted or to feel sorry for ourselves. We need to get up and get out there, right? And the way will be made for you when you take that step to get out there. So if at this time you do not have everything that you need in order to actually create what you're trying to create, as an example, if you don't have a laptop and you're trying to do like build a website, for example, like learn how to do social media or whatever the case may be, right? And there will be a way that will make that possible for you. It's just about overcoming those thoughts of restriction. And at the bottom of the deck we see transformation, right? The phoenix rising out of the ashes. And if you look on this card, in her hands is fire, right? And that is like representing the fire within. It's like the phoenix within our spirit is trying to get out, and we need to allow it to be released. That like jumped out of there. Let's see what they have to say. Oh wow. Okay, so we have the messenger of earth and we have love. So there could definitely be someone coming in here who wants to offer some type of commitment for the long term, right? Someone who's wanting to invest into your life, or if it is reversed, it's you wanting to invest into someone's life in order to have a more balanced life or have a more proactive life, is what I just heard as well. And this person could very well be a soulmate connection, right? With this love card, it talks about a soulmate connection, but also it talks about making a choice from the heart, making sure that your emotions are aligned with your thoughts when it comes to the actions you are taking. Because I definitely see here that whatever is about to come into your life, it is for long term, right? It is going to be what paves the next 5 or 10 years of your future, right? And the ancestors are saying they want us to make these choices from the heart, because this is what we're going to be in for the next few years, right? This is what we're going to have our energy drawn to for a long period of time, and we need to make sure that we are making the correct decisions for ourselves right now in order to be able to have that strength to keep going. I just heard when it comes to releasing burdens and challenges, and finding a way to have that resolution, so that you don't feel heavy about these burdens. I almost choked when I said that. This is what is going to give you the sense of power. It is going to bring you this natural magnetism. This is what's going to draw people to you, because they see that you have this strength behind you, that you have this majestic quality about you, and this is what pulls them in. Whether it be a financial opportunity, right, a career opportunity, a love opportunity, or a platonic soulmate opportunity, where it could be friends that you have a deep bond with, right? I just want to make another point here with this card of 5 of air. You see how that person is dancing. She looks like she is peaceful. She looks like she's floating on clouds. She looks like she's in a very tranquil space, just moving with the flow of the air above the clouds, right? This kind of expression or energy is the energy that your ancestors want you to be in. And again, confirmation there with the message tone, right? The ancestors want you to be in a space of being carefree. It's like you're dancing with the natural flow of life. So when emotions do come in that are negative or heavy as such, the ancestors want us to bring a more peaceful mindset to that. And no one ever says it's easy, right? It might be a bit difficult for many of us out there, right? But the ancestors, they can see the strength that we have when it comes to the kind of power. Hello, Smudge. The cat's coming to say hi. It's like the ancestors know that you have the strength within you to set you free from those heavy emotions, right? And you put my candle out. Let me just put it back on real quick. Forgive me for this, but I just need to fix this candle real quickly, because we all need that bit of light in our life. Oh, come on, work. There we go. It could have gone out earlier than the cat, but hey, there we go. Sorted. Ta-da! Okay, let's carry on. The card on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles talks about a new stable opportunity coming in for us. And this stable opportunity, I feel like for some of us out there, it is going to be a financial opportunity. And for others of you out there, it is going to be a connection that brings a lot of stability and structure into your life. Let me put that card out there. I just heard the ancestors are giving us the authority to have power over the demons that are trying to attack us. And what that means is the ancestors are giving us the authority to dismantle any of the negative energy that is sent to us and send it back to where it came from, right? The ancestors, I just heard as I look down at these cards, we need to be following our intuition here with the High Priestess about not going back into temptation. So if you have recently made a choice to release something that no longer serves you, that used to be a crutch or something that you used to lean on in order to feel some sort of release from something in your life, right? The ancestors are saying we need to follow our intuition when it comes to not allowing ourselves to fall back into that state. Okay. But now the next card here is the Ten of Air. Now the Ten of Air usually talks about a betrayal. But in this case, I'm feeling like it's overcoming a past betrayal. It is where the ancestors are saying this betrayal, yes, it happened in the past, or whatever it is that has been blocking your thoughts, right? Has been blocking your third eye or your mind space. It is a thing of the past where we need to now realize that we have done the healing. We have gone through the process of releasing, and if we fall back into temptation, we will be feeling as if this betrayal just keeps happening. It's going to feel like it's a repeated cycle. And the ancestors are saying, now is not the time to repeat any of those cycles, because something very beautiful here with the Ace of Earth is about to enter our lives, especially with this love, talking about a soulmate connection or making a choice from the heart, right? But also, I was just reminded that the love card also talks about balance, right? It talks about yin and yang. It talks about masculine and feminine energy, right? And bringing those two energies into balance. So we need to make sure that we are not falling to our temptations and stepping up and taking control. And ironically, as I say that, the Empress comes out. Now the Empress is a card of abundance, right? It talks about feminine energy, but it also talks about nurturing. It talks about compassion, gentleness. And the abundance that the ancestors want to bring into our lives, they're saying to me now that it is a creative part of your path where this abundance is going to be entering. I just heard the ancestors say as well that with this Three of Earth, there is some sort of teamwork or collaboration that is coming in, where effort will be put in behind the scenes, or it's like someone will come into the picture or into your path that you don't necessarily see coming. It's like they're just going to appear in your path and they're just going to be there and they're going to be helping you through this, sometimes without you even knowing. They're going to be putting effort into your life, and I feel like it is vice versa. So when it comes to this person, you might be putting in effort where they don't necessarily see it, right? And this is where the collaboration is, right? This is where the ancestors want us to work together with the ancestors as well. And another point I just want to add there from my own perspective, the ancestors really appreciate it and will do more for us when we show them our appreciation. So when we are having a prayer, that was crazy. My ornament just cracked. Anyway, the ancestors are saying that they will do more. They will be able to do more. They have more energy to do more if you appreciate them, right? You show them that you are grateful for the kind of effort that they're putting in behind the scenes. Okay. And in the reading I mentioned strength. There's the strength card, right? The ancestors are saying that now is the time to be strong. Now is the time to take control over these situations that we can control, right? Because when it comes to our thoughts, we are the only ones who can control those, right? We need to put the effort in to taking the time to notice where we are struggling, right? Where we are needing the change or the different perspective to come in, right? And the ancestors are saying, yes, it's going to take a lot of courage and bravery to be able to do this. And the ancestors also reminding us right now that we have that strength. We have all of that strength inside of us to be able to do that. This is why we've been presented with the kind of challenges that we've been presented with in our lifetime. Because the ancestors know we are fully capable of overcoming these challenges. Then we have the Page of Fire. Now this card, confirmation again to what I'm about to say. This card talks about a new phase that is coming into your life where a lot of passion is expressed, right? And starting to feel a different kind of passion towards the things that you take action towards, right? Or especially the things that you are passionate about. New cycles beginning in those passionate areas. Right? So the ancestors are definitely sending us things to motivate us. They're sending us things and opportunities, I was just reminded, to actually overcome these challenges and be in a better space where we are inspired with life and we're actually taking action towards the things that we need to take action towards. Okay, I'm going to read this card and then I'm going to get my Moonology cards to get another side message. Okay, so we have the Queen of Fire, and this came out in the reading already. So it's confirmation once again that the ancestors are saying that we have that natural magnetism, right? We are very attractive, right? We've got that natural beauty about us that attract people in. People are curious about us because of our beautiful personalities, because of our magical perspectives in some cases, right? Where we're able to inspire and motivate others when it comes to their life paths, right? Okay, let me get some Moonology cards and let's see what the ancestors had to say through the moon. Okay. Whoa, okay, apparently the ancestors had a big message there. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is Prosperity Lies Ahead. Okay, so the first Moonology card that came out is Expect Powerful Change. So this is definitely something I've been feeling throughout this whole reading, where the ancestors are saying that this transformation that was gone through is or was very essential to this powerful change that is currently happening, right? It was one of the steps to get to where we need to go or where we need to be, right? The next card is You Are Good Enough. So for those of you out there that have felt like you're not good enough, or you don't necessarily see your own self-worth or value, the ancestors are saying to you today that you are worth it, okay? You are definitely enough. You don't need to try and make yourself into someone who you're not just to fit in with the crowd or just to be what other people expect of you. No, you are enough just the way you are, because you are currently making the changes that you need to make in order to have this major transformation, right? The next card that came out is The Answers You Need Are Coming. So here the ancestors are definitely saying that whatever you're mentally conflicted about, especially like in the beginning of the reading we spoke about mental conflict, right? whatever you're mentally conflicted about, you will be getting the answers to those mental conflicting thoughts. Okay, so whatever you're confused about at this time, the answers will be coming in the near future. Okay, and then the big message that the ancestors gave, there are 4 cards that flipped out in one go, so I'm going to read it as one message. So there is a win-win outcome that is forecast, but adjustments are required. What do you need to release? And a new romantic cycle begins. Now this message, what I'm getting from this message is the action that you're taking, you're doing the right thing by doing that, okay? So you preparing yourself, or you busy making the changes that are necessary in order to reach where you desire to be in your life, right? The ancestors are saying, yes, there are still a few things that need to be adjusted, right? But you're on the right path. Okay. What do you need to release? So the ancestors are saying there's definitely something that you could be holding on to that doesn't serve you at this time, where it needs to be released so you can actually move forward much quicker. And then a side note with this message, I feel like a lot of you out there are, if I'm speaking to single people out there, the ancestors are saying that confirmation there that there is a romantic cycle that is coming in for you, right? And this romantic cycle, the ancestors have sent to you as a divine union. So this person will be someone who is understanding of you, right? They understand you, they get you, right? And this person is someone who is supportive. There's someone who, even if they don't fully understand why you do things or whatever the case is, they will want to understand, right? They'll put in the effort to actually understand. I'm just getting that very deep connection of this this profound understanding of who you are, right? Because I feel like for a lot of you out there, for your past relationships, they never understood the type of person that you are, right? There was a lot of misunderstandings in that connection, and the ancestors are saying that those connections just weren't meant to be, right? They were there for a specific time in your life in order for you to learn a lesson, but those lessons have been learned, and the ancestors are now sending you someone who will grow with you, right? Who will give you that love, that affection, that romantic side. I also heard that there is that tongue-tied now, that passionate side to this connection where the same things will arouse the both of you. I mean, even if it's not the same things, there will be that willingness to comply and do the things together in order to make the other person happy. So I just want to get one more card. Which deck am I going to use? Let's do Sacred Geometry. I'm just going to ask the ancestors for one card out of this deck to see what else they have to say to close off this reading. Okay, so let's see. Okay, please give me one card to give a message to my beautiful collective. What do they need to hear? What do they need to hear? Ancestors, please step in to guide this card for the best possible message that you could give to this divine collective. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I was also told to read the bottom card. So the bottom card is passion. So the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. So again, the ancestors are saying that through every difficult situation that we face, there is the possibility of finding this deep-rooted passion in order to overcome these challenges, right? Because they are aware that we are strong enough to overcome any challenges that we face, right? So the card that the ancestors want you guys to hear is Discernment. Okay, so the frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. So this is using your discernment to accept or decline connections, right? Or use your discernment when it comes to making choices, because again, the ancestors don't want us to fall into temptation. Okay, so that was the message. Blessings to you all. Please like, share, and subscribe if you liked the video. And